A lot of people ask me, how in the world do you ignore your physical sensations in your body when you're trying to heal? Like, Jen, my knee hurts, my foot hurts, my back hurts. How am I supposed to ignore that while the body takes time to heal? Today, I'm going to tell you exactly the steps I take to begin the healing process while ignoring the pain. Let's go. Welcome, ladies, to the Life Mastery for Women podcast. I'm Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind, your host. This is where we go to learn to master our life one nugget at a time. Hey, ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I am finding you ignoring your pain while you heal. If you're not ignoring your pain during the healing process, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. I work with a lot of people who are looking for physical healing in the body. It happens, right? I just talked about it in the last episode that as we get older, our body starts, everyone says falling apart. And I'm like, it's not actually falling apart. It feels like it, right? And that's what people think. And that's what doctors say. And that's what you hear all this sarcasm around the coffee maker that's saying, yeah, you know what? Your body is falling apart. It sucks to get old. Okay. It's not about getting old. What we should be saying is it sucks to hold on to the past pain. It sucks to continue to hold the kinked hose and then complain about how the water's not coming out at the other end, because that's what you're doing. And it is in that kinking of the hose that is preventing your body from releasing, from letting go, and from healing completely. So, but before I continue, let us get grounded, let us get connected, and let us be here together in this moment where we can really start to work on our healing and really start to resonate with that higher version of ourselves. So if we can please right now just get present with my voice and just breathe in, calming our nerves, calling back our energy from all the worries, all the doubts, all the complaints, and just bringing our awareness right back to our heart. So breathing in deeply and slowly, holding at the top just for a moment, and release and relax, and just being here with me right now. Feel your body on the seat beneath you. Feel your feet on the floor. Allow this sensation of your body and your breathing bring you into this present moment with me and my voice. Because right now you're giving yourself a present by being present in this wonderful, beautiful moment right now. That's why it's called a present, and you're giving it to yourself. So one more deep breath in. Hold at the top and release and relax. Now, let's get started. If you are feeling pain, physical pain in your body, there is a time where sometimes feeling that pain makes us upset, makes us feel defeated, makes us feel angry, makes us feel frustrated, or even depressed because we can't move our body how we want to or how we used to. Well, let me tell you that when we are in that state, you are living in a past energy state. So as we get up in the morning, we get that immediate download of our life, our entire life. In that moment, from the week ago, the problems that we're experiencing, all of that becomes an instant download the second we become aware as we're starting to wake up. And in that moment, when we get that download, we are downloading what we've experienced in the past. And it is up to us to start shifting our energy, our attention, our awareness to a different future. Because as soon as we get that download and we go, oh yeah, those are my worries. That's my bank account. This is my spouse. This is my house. This is all my stuff. This is a job I have to get up and go to. As soon as we start to point at those things. We perpetuate those things. And what we need to do is start to wake up in the moment, using our mental capacity, our mental energy, and go, you know what? No, I don't want that anymore. I'm going to release that from my life. And I want to move on to something bigger and better. I want to heal. I want to deepen my connections. I want to create a life that I really, really want to get excited about living. And in order to do that, that is the wake up process. That is the waking up. That is the becoming the higher version of you. Because there's a higher version of you, and you probably get little glimpses of her once in a while. And you're like, wow, like this was an amazing day. Like nothing bothered me today. That is that waking up. That is the part where you spent a lot of time in the present moment and going, yeah, that's not going to bother me. Now, you might have done it kind of unconsciously. You didn't do it on purpose, but now we're going to do it on purpose. And I'm going to help you to create a new frame of mind. As we are in physical pain, it really can affect the body. I mean, you've heard me talk about my back pain before, and it can be very debilitating. And I'm a very highly active person. And if I'm laying down and I'm on my back and I'm on there, for a week or two and my pain and I can hardly walk and I have to have help and I have to, no way. So you have to think of something different. Your thoughts are anchored in your past if you are sleepwalking. Your body is memorizing your emotions and you just go on autopilot. The body goes, okay, I eat these foods. I get up and do this stuff. This is my routine. And I complain about these things. I have this memory, this memorized past that goes on and on that plays in the background. Every time I wake up, I do these things. Every time I'm in traffic, I act like this. Every time I get home, this is what I do. If you want to change any of that, you have to wake up. You have to become more mentally aware of what you're unaware of. It sounds ridiculous, but you have to become unaware of those subconscious thoughts, that chatter that is running in the underlying episode of your life. You have to change that. And in order to change that, you have to pull the mind out of the body. Because right now, if you're just going unconscious, your mind is in your body and your body is just on autopilot. So everything that you experienced the last week, the last year, the last 30 years, all of those experiences, they're just on repeat. You are literally living a rerun. You are literally living a rerun of your life over and over and over again. And somewhere in your late 30s, your early 50s, you're like, okay, dude, what is going on? I'm so done listening to this. I'm so done living this life. Like, why isn't anything changing? No matter what I do, nothing changes. Because what you do, the thing that you want to do, you know that you want to change something, but what we do is we go outside of us to try to get something to change. I'm going to go out there and buy a new car. I'm going to go out there and go on a vacation. I'm going to go out there and manipulate and force and coerce people to do something different so I can feel better. But after you do that for so many years, you start to realize, hey, that shit's not working. Like that's stupid. Like, why is this not working? And you just keep trying. Oh, I'm going to try it harder. I'm going to try it more. I'm going to be more forceful. And then it's short-lived and short-lived and short-lived. And you keep coming back to this underlying current in your life. And I go, okay, when is it time for you to stop looking outside of you and start looking inward and going, oh, okay, the problem's not out there. The problem's in here. This world that's out in front of me is being reflected back to me how I'm feeling on the inside. I feel closed off. I feel angry. I feel lonely. I feel sad. I'm still living back in, 20 years ago, 50 years ago of something that happened that is leading me to this present moment of that trigger that is still stuck in my body. I haven't forgiven. I haven't let go. I haven't released. And I'm still living it over and over again because the body took a picture of the trauma and you are living that trigger. The body took a picture of the trauma because it was such an emotional charge, and you are now continuing to relive that trigger. And then somewhere in there you go, it's time. I want to change my life. I want to do something different. I want to feel better. I want to walk better. I want my body to feel amazing while I'm in it. I want to stop saying it just sucks getting old. Well, no, it doesn't suck getting old. It sucks reliving the same trigger. It sucks that the memory of your body is still on autopilot and you haven't come out of the body. That's what meditation does. It pulls your mind out of the body so you can start living from the mind again and going, this is what I want, deciding, and then going, okay, body, now I want you to memorize this new emotion, this new behavior. I'm going to meditate every single day. Jen says to do it. It's life-changing. I'm going to do it. Jen says, change your words. I'm going to do it. And now I'm going to pull my mind up out of the body, out of the autopilot, and I'm going to say, mind, this is what we're doing from now on. We're going to meditate every day. And I'm going to have to overcome and overcome and overcome because the body's on autopilot, still kind of humming. It's the underlying current. It still wants to take over. And I'm going, wait. No, I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to keep overriding this new habit, new behavior, new action, new decision until the body goes, oh, this is what we're doing now? Okay, I'll download that new hardware or software. I'll download that. Now that becomes on autopilot and you're like, oh my God, all I had to do was keep turning the car to the left over and over again. And then the car goes, oh, I got it. I got the map. I got the download. Okay, we'll start going left now. And now we're on the happy trail instead of complaining Concord, right? So how do we do that? We're in physical pain. We have to overcome. We have to overcome that pain. Now, there's ways to do it because what I'm going to ask of you is that we're going to have to overcome it in our mind first. Everything starts there. It doesn't start outside of you. It doesn't start at the doctor's. It doesn't start in the medicine bottle. It starts in your mind first. And the first thing you have to do is decide. You must first decide. How do you want to live? Don't say you don't know. You better start putting some things on a piece of paper. You better start, okay, well, I don't know what I want to feel, but I don't want to feel what I'm feeling. Okay, then I want you to go online to Google, and I want you to say to Google, give me a list of positive emotional words. Give me a list of positive emotional words. And then you're going to get a list of 400 words that are all positively related. And you're going to look at that list and go, okay, instead of feeling angry, I want to feel this. And then what's the this? And then start looking at this list. Ooh, that one looks good. Ooh, that one looks good. Okay, until something feels like a charge. When you're in your body and you're feeling something painful, I want you to do that same thing. What would I do if I wasn't in pain? What would I do? Where would I go? Who would I be with? What kind of things would I engage with? How would I act? What would I feel like? If I wasn't feeling depressed because of my so-and-so pain, what would I feel? Happy? Excited? Elated? Grateful? Okay. When you go into the body and you start asking, this is where you're going to start gaining the knowledge and the wisdom that it takes to start creating the life that you want to live. And you go in and you go, okay, so my something hurts and it's been hurting for such and such a long time. I don't want it to hurt. I need to recreate because my body's on autopilot. I keep feeling this pain over and over every time I wake up. Here it is. There it is, as expected. And I want to change that. But the body's on autopilot. I complain about my body all day long. I get up in the morning, I complain to my family, then I go to work and I complain to my coworkers, then I go to church and I complain to them, and then I get on Facebook and I complain to the world out there. When are you going to stop doing that? Because you're perpetuating, you're throwing energy, you're throwing the dog poop out on the sidewalk. Okay, when you're in your physical pain, you have to make a decision that says, you know what, stop that. And if you need some inspiration, go to Google and say, show me some people, show me some stories where people have overcome their pain, where they have used their mind to overcome their disease. How many people know somebody who is a survivor of cancer? Everybody, when we were growing up, told us that cancer will kill you. Nobody was surviving cancer until all of a sudden somebody survived cancer. And I know 3 people, right off the top of my head, who have survived cancer. How many of you know somebody who has survived a horrific car accident where they broke so many bones in their body that the doctor's like, dude, you ain't going to walk again. Sorry, but you're not walking out of this hospital. Go look up the story about the Miracle Man. Type that in to Google. Look up the story, The Miracle Man, and read that story or listen to that guy's story about his accident and how he changed his life, where the doctor said, you are never going to walk again. The doctor told him that. You're never going to walk again. And he said, yeah, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to walk out of this hospital. And what did he do? I'm going to let you finish the story. Go to Google, type in The Miracle Man, and read that story. And it's a miracle is what it keeps getting called. It's a miracle. Well, if I do good, then God will save me. God is standing idle by going, you have to save yourself, but I will open the doors for you. But you got to walk through. You have to walk through the doors. You can't just sit and be the same person expecting different results. You want change? You must change. You want to see something better? You must become better. There is no other way out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. Now, there's no blame here because we don't know. We are not born with the download manual of a PDF that's 723 pages long that we start to read as a little kid and we go, oh, that's how the world works. That's how energy works. That's how our chakras work. Nobody tells us that. We don't learn that. We go out into the world, we bump around, we scrape our knees, we get up, we do it again, and then all of a sudden we start to wake up. Come the middle life of our lives and we go, what the flapping crap is going on? Why am I all of a sudden feeling this way? Why am I still feeling this way? And you look back in time and you're like, I've always felt this way. What am I going to do about it is the actual question. And the answer should not be something anywhere near, I don't know, because you do know. If I plucked you out of your life and put you on a mountaintop and I said, okay, you're going to sit here and I want you to figure out what you have to do, I can guarantee you will figure it out. And that figuring it out has nothing to do with anything outside of you. It has to do with going inward, managing your thoughts. Because right now, you can be the observer of your thoughts. You can stand on the backside of your own head and go, what am I thinking? And then you can go, I want to think this instead. I'm going to think that instead. I'm going to think of a this instead. When you're in pain, what do you think about? You think about the pain. And then you think about how you're restricted. And then you think about, is the pain ever going to go away? And then you feel defeated because you don't know what else to do. And you look around outside of you for the answers. You Google everything. You talk to every doctor. You go to PTs. They suggest surgery. Everyone suggests medication. And you sit back and you go, that can't be it. That can't be the only way. And I go, if you quiet your mind, if you sit still with your thoughts, you'll figure it out. And the answers are not outside of you. They are not outside of you. It is not a new husband, a new job, a new car. It is go inward, use your mind, create the state that you want, overcome the body, overcome the body, overcome the body, get it turned off of autopilot until the body goes, oh, this is the new thing. We're going to do that now. And you're going to go, hell yeah, that's what we're doing. And as you elevate, guess what? You heal. As you elevate, guess what? You create. As you elevate, guess what? You deepen your connections with everyone around you. You become happy. You become peaceful. You become healed because you're no longer the same body that you were a month ago holding on to that pain. You have to become a new person. So before I continue and I give you the ways that have helped me to ignore any pain in my body to heal in a very, very short period of time, if you like this episode, I want you to share this on your own social media. Copy the link, share it on Facebook, share it on your Instagram, share it wherever you can share it. That, hey, you know what? There's people in my life that are in pain. And I want them to hear this episode. I want them to meet Jen. And I want them to hear what she's saying so they too can begin to wake up and heal from their physical pain. And please write a review right below this episode that says, hey, you know what? This episode is the bomb. Like everybody needs to hear. Everybody needs to hear about this. And then subscribe to my channel. So every time a new episode drops, you get noticed. You get some sort of a notification that says, hey, you know what? Jen's got some new stuff coming out. I appreciate you as a valued, continued listener. And I would love for you to help me spread the word about waking up the planet. That's my job. That's my purpose. That's the thing that gets me out of bed every single day is what can I talk about? What can I do to help wake the planet up, to just elevate all of humanity? So I would love for you to be able to share and do that as an appreciation for being here with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. All right, let's get back to it. So when you're in pain, when you take something, a baby, a kitten, a puppy, something like that you just can gush all over, and now put that baby, puppy, or kitten in some form of pain, what would you do? You would pull that baby or that animal in, and you would love them. Let's say that your love is healing, which it is. Love is healing, and I'm going to pull that baby in, and I'm just going to explode with love through my heart. That's what you do with your pain. When my back I always say go out, but for me, I have a back muscle or had that would lock up. It's stiff, tight, and I cannot move without excruciating pain. I cannot engage my core without sending pain just through the roof. Well, I would normally lay there. The first couple times it happened, I literally was laying on my back for 2 weeks, solid 2 weeks, very little to no movement. And it happened a couple of different times, several times over the course of like a 5-year period. Well, once that happens, your emotions start to shift and change. First, it's like, what the heck is going on? Like, I've never experienced this before. What is going on? And I reach out to all the external sources and call the doctor and get medication and muscle relaxers and all the stuff and try to sleep and try to move and call my PT. And she's like, well, you got to kind of move a little bit because you're stiff and blah, 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 stiffen the muscle, yankety yank. We're going on and on. And then it happens again. And I'm like, okay, dude, what is happening? And then it happens again and again and again. And all of a sudden now I'm filled with fear. Fear that I'm not going to ride my bike again. Fear that I'm not going to play with my dogs or my kids. Fear that I'm not going to be able to run bases with Cameron when we're practicing baseball. Fear. I'm like, I am not choosing to live in fear. I don't want my life to be like that. Then from that fear, I started getting depressed. I started feeling like I'm never going to be active again. I started feeling like I'm never going to overcome this. And then one day it happened. And I was outside downstairs in the backyard, and I was able to very crookedly, very gingerly get myself upstairs and in the bed because that's where I feel the safest. Because I have dropped myself on the living room floor, the bedroom floor, on the deck, and you're stuck there. So I'm like, I'm going to get into the bed and go through a little bit of how am I going to do this? How am I going to fix this? But I stayed a little bit above, my emotional state stayed above neutral. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to try something different. Because, man, if I'm going to be here for 2 weeks, I might as well try something. What do I got to lose? Because I know that those other states make me feel worse. Anger, fear, depression, they make me feel worse. So here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to heal my own body. I'm going to go in and I'm going to heal my own body. So from a place of love, I brought my mind to an elevated state. I started thinking of my body in that pain and going, you know what? I'm going to love you through this process. So did I ignore the pain? I shifted my mental state to look at the pain differently. I'm looking at this pain and I'm loving it. I'm sending love to this pain. I'm pretending that I am in there. I shrunk my conscious. I'm in this pain and I'm loving it and I'm caring for it. I'm hugging it. I'm holding it. I'm saying it's okay. You can release. I went on to Insight Timer, which is my favorite app for guided meditations, and I listened to about every single healing meditation. I was like 20 a day, one right after the other. Healing singing bowls, the low back is the root chakra, so I'm listening to like root chakra, Tibetan bowls, root chakra healing. I'm listening to healing meditations and guided meditations and music, and it was just one after the other. I'm like, I'm just going to elevate. That was my whole goal. Elevate, go up, because once I get up there, I'm no longer memorized. That pain is no longer memorized in the body, and the body goes, oh, okay, I can release this. And it was like 2 days. And not only in 2 days was I feeling better, but I was up and doing stairs and bending over and feeling amazing. That's the process. Elevate. When you are in pain, don't hate it. You cannot hate yourself into healing. You cannot hate the pain away. It's probably more like hate is what got the pain there in the first place. Elevate your thinking. You can think about anything at any time, no matter what. And it's about that mental awareness, that mental focus, and that mental process of waking up and going, all right, I want something different, and here's how I'm going to do it. Because I'm not going to do it by hating it. So I'm going to love it. I'm going to care for it. I'm going to go in with my awareness. We just talked about it in the last episode. I'm going to go in there with my awareness. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to work with you to heal you. I'm going to care for you. And then I'm going to nurture this. And by nurturing, I'm looking at it, I'm visualizing it, and I'm doing whatever it needs. Just like nurturing a puppy or a kitten or a baby. When they get the flu, they get sick, they have a sore foot, they do, and you nurture them. You create a healing environment. And in that healing environment, naturally healing can take place. You get a cut, what do? You clean it, right? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to clean your mind of any and all negative energy that is polluting the body and preventing the body from healing. So you clean the cut, you're going to clean your mind. Okay? Clean the cut, clean your mind. And then from there, what do? We dry it. We provide a healing environment. So we might put a bandage on it. We might cradle it. So that's like cradling. That's nurturing, putting a bandage on it, putting an ACE bandage, covering it, putting gauze on it, whatever you need, putting ice on it. That's the nurturing process. And then what do? We take those things off. We take the bandage off. We take the Band-Aid off. We take the ice off. We unwrap it. We take the gauze off. That's the releasing process. And we release. I release you pain. I release this pain. I let this pain go. But from an elevated state, healing can take place. From an elevated state, healing can take place. That is my process. That's my gift to you. So if you are feeling physical pain, go into that pain, feel into it, describe it, look at it, love it. You have to get your mind out of the body because the body is like, oh yeah, here's that pain. Oh, I got to start acting depressed because the body has it memorized. You're going to pull the mind up and you're going to go, you know what? We're not doing that anymore, body. We're going to do something different because we're going to do something better and we're going to elevate ourselves and we're going to elevate all of humanity by doing this. Healing your body is going to help others heal and it's going to help others become awake. That's what we're doing. Join me. That's what we're doing. And I want you to help me. Help me by helping yourself heal your body. I'll see you in the next one. Wow, that may have felt like a lot of information in today's episode, but if you're looking for support and a deeper knowledge of what we talked about today, then let's connect. You can learn more about how I work and how you can work with me. Send me an email to the meditationroomtc@gmail.com, subject line, let's talk. And in the meantime, you can join my online Facebook community, Lady Rising, and mention that you came in through the podcast. I look forward to supporting you and connecting with you there.